Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kyle Record and I'm back at you with another video review. And it is time for a Super Kick party! Because today I'll be reviewing the AEW Unrivaled Series 3 Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson, otherwise known as the Young Bucks. Holy freaking crap, I was actually not expecting to find these anytime soon. But I just went to Target earlier this week and shockingly I found more AEW figures. Even so, a few weeks ago, I found the Hangman Adam Page from Series 2, and then right around, Target turns around and smacks me right in the face with Series 3. So I go in and I find Darby Allin, Riho, and of course the Young Bucks. So I pick them up immediately, because I already have Darby, so I don't need him. Anyways, these figures look great, and this is definitely a situation where these figures look better in person. Because when I saw the pictures of these online, I was like, ugh, these look way off. Like, I do not like them at all. But after seeing them in person, I still have some issues with them, but they're still great looking figures in person, and I'll get into that later on. But before we do so, take a look at the freaking awesome packaging first. So here we have them right here in the packaging. Now, I love how they do different pictures for each packaging. Like there are different pictures in the Series 1, because I know Mattel does this a lot. They'll put the same picture on multiple packages, even though the figures are different. Anyways, alright, so there we got Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. Matt is number 23, and Nick is number 24. Sides there, pretty much the same. And of course they both have the letters MO there. Pretty cool. And then on the back, you got their pictures from the match, and it says it's based on AEW Dynamite, January 29th, 2020, Cleveland, Ohio. And then the other figures instead, we got Pac, Riho, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and of course the Young Bucks. Pac and Orange Cassidy, they were the only ones that Target did not have. So I'm hoping they restock Series 3 so I can find Pac and Orange Cassidy. I'm really excited for that Orange Cassidy. I cannot wait to get him. Riho, after seeing her in person, because I also found Riho. After seeing it in person, it's a really good looking figure. Like I said, it's not as bad as I expected. So since people will keep saying Riho is a show former, if she's still there next time I go, I'll pick her up. And obviously Darby, I reviewed about a week ago, so check out my review of Darby if you haven't seen it. Anyways, that's about it for the packaging on the Young Bucks. So let's open them up and see what we got. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we have the Young Bucks open up out of the packaging, and wow, these figures freaking rock. Like, these figures are a definite step up compared to Series 1. They're much better than Series 1. But they're still not perfect. I have a few problems with them. I'll get into that later on. Alright, first up I want to comment on is the smell. Good God. Because of the rubber that they use on the jackets, as soon as you open up, you get this very strong smell as soon as you open the box up. You're like, God, these things stink. And they do. It's just because of the rubber that they use on the jackets. Like, when they're stuck inside the box for a while, the smell builds up. And then when you open them up, you get like this really strong whiff of it as soon as you open it. So definitely be worried about that. I had that same problem with a lot of figures. Like, I think I had that issue with Chris Jericho from Series 1, as well as Darby Allin from Series 3 as well. And so many other figures. So definitely just be worried about that. Anyways, take a look. Alright, let's take a look at Matt Jackson first. Now, he looks pretty good. See, I like the way he turned out. I can get his arms down a little bit. I think, yeah, his arms the other way. Oh, there we go. Just the way they pose these arms in the package. And he looks pretty freaking awesome. I love this attire. Alright, head scan is okay. It's still a little off. I think the Series 1 head sculpt was much better. Now, people complain that his hair is not in a ponytail. Like, his hair is down. Well, if you look at the match, you know, the match the figure's based on, his hair was not in a ponytail. His hair was not in a ponytail, so obviously it makes sense why his hair was down. Now, Nick, his hair was in a ponytail, so it makes sense why Nick has his hair in a ponytail. It was the same thing with Series 1. Matt had a ponytail and Nick did not, so it made sense. I mean, it still looks like him, but the Series 1 was much better for the head sculpt. I was like, mainly because of the expression. I don't know, it's a weird expression. And the jacket's pretty cool, but there's a big complaint with the jacket. I'll get into that later on. But it's a pretty cool jacket. Fortunately, the symbol's starting to rub off. And that's what I'm afraid of, because it has gold paint. I'm afraid it's going to rub off and fade away. At least the pants are really nice. I mean, I love this color scheme. The blue, white, and gold, that looks awesome. And the tassels, these are really cool, but I hate how there's glitter on them. Now, for anybody who knows me, I hate glitter because just from touching it, the glitter always comes off very easily. I haven't had any problems yet, but I know just from touching this, it's gonna come off. And it's very nice. Like, I love the way this looks. This looks really cool. And you can lift it up and see the boot mold if you wanted to. That looks pretty nice. It's basically just like fabric. I think it's like yarn material. It's very soft, and it looks cool on the figure. Ugh, man. And look at that. All the fuzzies. Just from touching this, you see all the fuzzies are starting to come off. So definitely be careful of that if you open these figures up. So be wary of that. That kind of sucks. Now on to Nick Jackson, which I think is definitely the sleeper of the set. I agree with Brian Myers and Matt Cardona from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. This is definitely the sleeper of Series 3. This is a good figure. Headscan, much better than Series 1. It's still not perfect. The expression is kind of creepy. I agree. I agree with a couple other reviewers who said he kind of looks like Chucky from the Child's Play franchise. You know, the horror movie character. But I think he looks more like a character from a movie I watched when I was a kid. Does anyone remember the movie Small Soldiers from 1998? There's a character in the movie named Kip Killigan who has the same expression as this figure, and it looks just like him. So that's what I think. This looks more like Kip Killigan from Small Soldiers than it looks like Chucky. But it's still a good head sculpt. It still looks like him, but the expression is still creepy, so it's not perfect. Love the headband, his hair and ponytail. Same jacket. The jacket's pretty much exactly the same as Matt. And the pants are pretty much the same, but the color scheme is switched. Like as you see, like they swapped the colors. Like, see, it's not completely the same, but still the same color scheme. So they swapped it. It still looks nice. It has the Elite logo there. Same tassels. I see I'm starting to get glitter on my hands already. So that's why I hate glitter and all these fuzzies and everything. So not too bad. Now here comes the complaint that I have, and that is the jacket. I'll do it with Nick. Anyways, and that is the way they did this. It unclips on the side here, but they only did it on one side. So you're probably wondering, how the heck are you supposed to get these jackets off? Well, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pop the head off. Pop the head off, and then lift it up if I can do this. Get it over the peg. The arm out of the way. Yeah, like if I can, it's a soft rubber, but it's also kind of stiff. So if I can get it over the peg, and then just move it off the arm, and then just put the head back on. There. So that's pretty much how you get the jacket off. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I wish they did the clips on both sides, or at least on the front where the zipper is, so that way you can take it off almost like a vest, just to make it easier, because especially if you're somebody who's going to keep taking these jackets on and off so many times, the head is probably going to get loose after a while. And if you saw my Darby Allin review, all I did was take the hand off so I can get the plastic wrap off his arm, and his hand is already loose already, just from doing that. If you see my review of Darby Allin, you know what I'm talking about. Get the jacket off of Matt here. There we go. See, that's the tricky part, is getting it over the peg. The peg on his neck. Like that's the tricky part when you get the jacket off. There. It's not bad. Pretty much the same torsos as the Series 1, but the skin tone is much better. It was, like I said, these figures look freaking awesome. Like I said, definitely step up compared to Series 1. I like the attire on Series 3 a lot better. So these are pretty good. Anyways, articulation is pretty much what you'd expect on the AEW figures. I'll go with Nick. Alright, head can rotate 360. Can look down. Can kind of look up. With Matt, it's more limited because of his hair is longer. Arms for rotate 360. They can go in and out. Yeah, it's actually a little loose. I just noticed the skin tone on the arms and the chest doesn't match. That's weird. Rotate the bicep. Double jointed elbow, which I love that nice ratcheting joint. Rotate the wrist and hinge. Has the upper torso joint, which can go pretty much all over the place. Slight swivel waist. Legs can go forward about that far, which is a little disappointing. And back to the original position, they can go in and out. Rotate the thigh. Mine's like really stiff. There we go. Rotate the thigh. Double joint knee, very nice ratcheting joint. And I thought the tassels would get in the way, but it doesn't. So you can still swivel the boot up here, and then hinge at the ankle, and then move around the ankle as well, like the pivot, which can go all over the place. So that's nice. So I'm glad these tassels don't get in the way. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen cloth tassels on a figure before. Like usually when we get tassels with figures, they're like rubber. Like if you saw with like John Morrison and Tyler Breeze and guys like that, where they have tassels on the boots, but they're rubber. It's all one piece. They're not fabric like this. So I kind of wish these were rubber or sculpted on, mainly because as you see on my table here, the fuzzies and the glitter going everywhere. So that's just going to be a mess. So I do kind of wish that these were rubber. I mean, they still look really nice and they look really cool on the figure. It's just that I wish that the fuzzies and the glitter wouldn't go everywhere. So maybe these should have been rubber. But whatever. Still great figures. Like I said, my only issue with it is the jacket's kind of a pain in the butt. And also, I wish the head scans were a little bit better. So quick final thoughts. Overall, I really enjoy these figures. These are a definite step up and much improvement over Series 1. Now, I still like the Series 1 Young Bucks, and I hope to get them at some point, because I love the attire and the cloth jackets they come with. But I think Series 3 is still much better. I think the head scan on Nick is much better for Series 3. Matt, the Series 1 is better for Matt, but the head scan for Series 3 is much better for Nick. And I love the attire. The attire is much better, excuse me, on Series 3 than it is for Series 1, because it's more colorful, and they have the tassels, which is what the Young Bucks are mainly known for. So I definitely really recommend these figures if you're Young Bucks fans. So my only problems with it is the jackets are kind of a pain in the butt to take off, and also the fuzzies and the glitter everywhere from the tassels. And also I wish the head scans were a little bit better. They're not bad, they're just not perfect. So hopefully they get them better. So like I said, aside from the fuzzies and glitter going everywhere and the jackets being a little bit of a pain in the butt, and I wish the head scans were better, these are still really good figures, and they're definitely much better than Series 1. So I would definitely recommend these if you're a Young Bucks fan, if you can find them online for a good price. They are a little pricey. They're about $100 for the pair, or I think it's like I think it's like $40 or $50 a piece, or $100 or more for the pair on eBay. So I'd say if you can get them for a good price, or if you're like me, you find them in the store, definitely pick them up. These are great figures. I'll give them a 8 out of 10. Like I said, my only complaint is the jackets are a little bit of a pain in the butt to take off, and of course the fuzzies and glitter everywhere from the tassels. And I wish the head scans were a little bit better. But aside from that, great figures. So pick them up if you can. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Links down below. Check those out. And be sure to pick up your official Kyle Record merch on my store on bonfire.com. Link down below. And also check out last week's review, which was the AEW Unrivaled Series 3 Darby Allin. So check that out. That's one of my favorite videos I've ever done in recent memory. So check that out if you haven't seen it. And also, I upload new reviews on this channel every single Saturday, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys. Bye.